Hey there, Chalkin History friends. It is Shelly Kallach, and we are trying something totally different today. We are going to water marble something today. I'm very excited and nervous, all in the same. Say hello as you guys hop on. Let's make sure we are moving right along today. I hope everyone's doing well. It is a Monday. And instead of Resin Mold Monday today, we are doing Water Marble Monday. Why not, right? Why not do something different? All right, let's begin. What is this? It is a tub of water that has a special, move some things around here. It has a special additive to it. So that it helps the special paints sit on top of the water. So when the directions tells you to add this additive, and it's called Magic Medium. I'm using Decor Art products. Hi Kathleen, how are you today? It's Magic Medium. It's a water thickening additive, and it's like gooey. It feels very gooey. It does tell you to put it in hot water, and it tells you how much for like however many 2 cups of water. You have to use a teaspoon, I want to say, of the additive. I didn't use, I think like boiling water is best. I used like sink hot water, and it worked up to a certain point, and then I had some of the additive. It's a powder, so I had some of it kind of just stick to a gooey gob, but it's a very slimy water. It's very slimy right now, and it's safe to put down your sinks and all that good stuff. So hi Kathleen, Kathy, thank you so much for sharing and sprinkling. I appreciate you. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Like I said, we're using Deco Art. Let's first say what we're gonna do here. We are going to use our brand new 5x7 everyday frame, or you may see it as a everyday replaceable frame. It comes with this chalkboard insert, with these little, I hate these things. Oh my gosh, these are so hard to work. Plus after so many times they break off. I really don't like those. Anywho, so far that I've seen, they don't have the replacement pieces, but I'm gonna make some eventually. They won't be chalkboard coated, but they'll at least be wood, and you can take them in and out. Actually, we're gonna make one today, so stay tuned for that. So it's a 5.5 by 7.5 chalkboard, okay, that goes inside. I wanna say we used to have them for our honeycomb frames, but I can't remember if it was a 5x7 or a 5.5 by 7.5. Anyway, we're gonna take this. This is a wood frame, and if you could see, I don't know if you could see, but it's just like all of our wood chubbies and any of our white wood pieces that we make. It's the same kind of material. So that's what we're gonna dip in our water, and then we'll make something cute while we're at it. Okay, so directions say hot water. Mine I don't think was hot enough, so I have some little gobs of stuff in here. I couldn't get it all out, but they do have something called, if anybody needs any kind of links whatsoever, comment marble and I will try to get you some links. Some may be affiliate links, some may not be. So Deco Art water marbling paper, okay, and it looks to me and feels like newspaper paper. Like, remember an old time newspaper? That's what it feels like to me. You lay it on the surface of the water, and it takes up anything that's sitting on top of the water. Because like I said, this is very gooey. The water is very gooey right now. Okay. I was hoping to go with some fall colors. So I have yellow. I have some yellow. I don't have orange. So I have yellow, red, blue, green, you know, your basic colors. I have some pastels. I don't think I'm going to go with pastels. We have white. We're going to add maybe some white in there. We'll see. What is this? We have 2 whites. So one came in the pastel pack and one came in the regular pack. Let's see, we got a purple. I do like the green. We'll see if we use that. But I kind of wanted to go with some fall colors. So I was hoping, they say to start with like a base color. I'm hoping to make a brown. I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe it's just not going to happen. I don't know. Let's try. Let's try. So this is our green. Is this already open? No. Guys, I have never done this before. You are witnessing it first. My first time. We'll see how this goes. Okay, let's take that lid off. Put that bubble. I was thinking that if we used red and green and kind of mixed it, we could make a brown. Let's see what we can do. So we're just going to squirt it in the water. Again, like I said, the water is really gooey, so these paints sit on top so that when you water dip stuff, it sticks. Gotta open these all up. I should have opened them up a long time ago. So we're gonna try to make a brown. Let's see if we can do that. Red and green, right? Or it's red, blue, and yellow that make brown. So let's see if we can mix this here. Oh no, that didn't work. Ha! If anything, we're making Christmas colors. Okay. I thought maybe if we mixed it, maybe next time if you mix it like together in a mixing kind of container, that would work. Okay, so we're gonna go Christmas today, guys. We are going Christmas. All right, let's add some, should we add some yellow? Let's add some yellow. Yes, I can see you. At first it came over as Kathleen. I think maybe through YouTube or something, maybe. It came over, like you came over in red. And now I see you. Ooh, that's fun. Okay. Except the dots should be, you know, just kind of sitting. Again, you guys, I've never done this before. So we're gonna just kind of play with it, see what happens. This is going to be, you know, an experiment for me and you. Ooh, pretty, pretty, pretty. You know, if you've seen those water marbling videos, let me know where they kind of do those the raking through it. I have no idea what I'm doing. No idea. But we're playing, guys. We are playing. Let's see. What did I bring over? I brought over this. So far, that looks kind of cool. Yes, I am doing well, and I'm so happy you are too. Okay, so we're just gonna kind of go burp. We're just kind of making some fun little patterns. This is kind of like when you're pouring the resin. You can do pretty designs. Like I said, it's pretty gooey, guys. Try to get that color from the sides. There we go. There's a lot of color over here. Okay. I think I just kind of like all the swirling. So here we go. Let me put on gloves because I feel like this could get messy. I mean, let's be honest. We know everything I do, I get messy. I think next time if I do this, which I probably will because I have the supplies, might as well, is I would mix like the colors beforehand to see if I can make different colors. Like I would do yellow and red together to see if I can come up with an orange, that kind of thing. All right, so we're gonna take our frame and I am gonna kind of see if I could hold it. Let's see. Let's see, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try. See if this will allow me to hold it. No, that won't keep it level. Okay, we're just gonna go. I want to try to get the sides, right? I would like to get the sides. I'm so nervous. Eek. All right, I've seen all kinds of techniques, so I'm just gonna go in. I'm nervous, you guys. Okay. Eek. Okay, oh, I'm gonna hold it on the inside. Okay, here we go. Ready? We're gonna dip, 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 and lift. Oh my goodness, look at that. How cool is that? Oh my goodness. Let that drip. Let that drip. How cool is that? That's super cool. Got the edges. I don't care about the back because you're not, I can do it. Did it. I really did it, guys. I did it. Let me get some paper towels here. Oh my goodness, that is so fun. So fun. Ah. Look at that. That is crazy good. That is so cool. There's a little blob of green there. It must have been sitting on top of the water. It's a little, it's a little dingy. You guys, do you know the word dingy? Because I said it one day and my son wanted to put, what was it? I think he wanted to put like a bunch of jeans or black and dark blue clothes with a white t-shirt. And I said, no. You're gonna make your whites dingy. And he said, what is that word? And I'm like, what? Like, how have you not heard the word dingy? Have you guys heard of the word dingy, or am I just making that up somewhere? Tell me. I'm gonna put this aside. We need to clean the water. So I'm gonna put that aside. I'm gonna take this off. It's interesting. For my first time, I think we did pretty good. It's definitely interesting. Okay. So they say to clean the water. Yes, you've heard the word. Okay, good. I was gonna say, I know I'm not crazy. Okay, we're gonna grab these papers. Like I said, it feels like newspaper paper. And they say to use the paper. Kind of just let it float on the top. And then you pull. And it picks up the paper. Or it picks up all the paint. Isn't that kind of cool? Throw that out. Let's do this side. You want to pick up all the paint. And then you can start. Now you could probably use, if you really wanted to, they also have a marbling paper to make paper. So you could, if you wanted to, lift it with that as well. You could see all the stuff that kind of fell to the bottom of the tray. It does just, it washes with water. So that's good to know. I have one of our shiplaps. Let's do this. Let's try that. This is white. I wonder if white will show up on the ship, not the shiplap side, but the other side. I'm gonna try it. Why not? Why the heck not? Okay. I'm also gonna shake it up really good. Okay. Okay. And then let's just do red and green, no yellow this time. Kind of makes cells. Can you see that? And then come in with the other color. Whoa, that was a big pour there. All right, let's bring that white back over. Crazy how it pushes it, isn't it? Like, I don't know if that's going to show up as white or what. Okay, let's do green again. And then we're going to do red again. Okay. Then we're going to do some swirling. Let's get a clean one. Let's see. So they have like rake tools where you can bring it. There's like different techniques and there's names for it. I'm just going to kind of swirl. Don't want to mix it up too much. How pretty is that though? Okay. Let's dip this guy in. We need to do gloves again. We need to do gloves because I feel like my hands we're gonna go in pretty far this time, I think. I have a feeling. All right. All right, let's do this. Let's do the back side, and then we'll do the front side. Okay, we're gonna go in here. Ooh, so white does not show up as white. Note to self. Thought it might, but it does not. And then let's go over here and do it on the white. Ooh, that's pretty. That's really pretty. Definitely, I mean, I like it on the white for sure. but that's pretty cool too. Very cool. All right, guys, let's put this right here for a minute. Hopefully that won't ruin the back. Honestly, it's okay if it ruins the back. All right, let's get some more paper towels so that can sit on. Let's see. All right, it's just kind of sitting. Thank you. That is pretty. That one I like a lot more. I like that one a lot more. Now, could you imagine one of our A-size transfers, maybe on a wood cutout in like black? Wouldn't that be pretty? I'm just gonna blot that. I think that would be really pretty, really cool. Oh no, it took it off. Oh no. Well, darn, I didn't know it was gonna do that. Note to self, don't do that. Although I mean, it's kind of, that's still kind of cool. I have to admit, it's still kind of cool. It's very, and it took like the pattern of the paper towel. All right. So we're gonna have to research this and see how you, I guess you just set it out and let it dry. I could re-dip it. Should we do that? Let's try that. You know what? We're experimenting. So note to self, a paper towel will absorb most of it off. Let's just go, let's just do it. Okay. See, it's just starting to like blend and get kind of murky, dingy. The water's getting dirty. I may reblot this one, honestly, because I think I did like it light like that. That is a shame, though, because it was pretty. Hey, you know what? You live and learn. Worst case is I sand it and repaint it, right? I am going to blot it, though, because it was getting kind of murky. That water's getting dirty. All right, we're gonna let this dry overnight. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Should we do T-shirt Tuesday, or what should we do tomorrow? I have lots of plans for T-shirts. I bought a bunch of shirts, so I really want to do shirts. All right, so we blotted this guy. This is like the MDF backside. So that kind of just absorbs it right away. But this is that top part. So we're gonna kind of let this guy dry overnight, I think. We'll put him aside. Ooh, you know what we could have done too is, do you remember the snowflakes we did? Remember the snowflakes we did with that resin? You could always dip that kind of thing in there. I don't want to do it now because the water's pretty dirty. But I think that would be pretty too. So many things you could do. All right, so we're gonna let this sit. You're just starting to make T-shirts. It's so fun. I just find it so fun. So let's do this. Let's see here. I thought I had, I'm trying to feel under my desk. I used to have a T-square. Don't see it anymore. So we're just gonna do this. So evidently, you know what? I'm gonna move that because that's in my way. Give me a minute here. I need to clear the way so I don't trip and spill it. We're gonna do something real quick here. Let me get this out of the way here. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is gonna be, oh boy. It is wobbly. This tray is not very sturdy. I would recommend a sturdy tray. Ah. Ew, gooey hands, yucky. Such gooiness. That stuff is gooey. Cool. Okay. Here we have a 9x12, our tag. Here we have, I know I have, where is it? Where is it? Okay, we're gonna use this. Okay, I'm gonna line this up. Anyways, this is our 9x12 tags. And I am gonna come up about an inch. We're going to come up about an inch. Okay. Line this up on my grid here. I want to make sure it's a nice straight line. And I'm just taking my detail tool here and kind of hopefully making a little line here. Okay, hopefully you can see that line. Hold on, I'm trying to find, here it is, hold still please. Hold please. All right, let's see if this is gonna work. Cut our tag. Everyone is saying how easy it is to cut our tags. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see if this does it or not. At least it'll score it. Maybe. It may not cut. I'm gonna lightly score it though. And you may want like a dedicated blade for this. Oh yeah, this cuts real easy. Trying to get to the edge there. Okay. You should be able to just, at some point, crack that off. Not totally straight, but we can fix that. So what I'm trying to do is guys, this does cut pretty easy. It's kind of amazing. That's our chalk spot 9x12 tag. All right, so then we have to measure 5.5, right? We said 5.5 by 7.5. So we're gonna go this way to 5.5. Okay, make sure it's lined up at 5.5. Doesn't want to go to the edge. I don't think that's all the way through. But again, we should be able to just crack that off. we'll use this. I don't know. We may trim it down to something. We'll see. Okay, then we're going to cut it down to 7.5. So let's find where 7.5 is. And it has an extendable ruler. Let's find 7.5. Ooh, gotten that gooey stuff right next to me. 7.5. Okay. 7.5. Honestly, instead of cracking it, if you want to turn it, make sure you line it up exactly at 7.5. Make sure you have a dedicated blade for this. Don't ruin your, your paper cutting blades for this. That should, yep, that cut through. That's probably the better way to do it. Okay. This could make a cute little bookmark. Check my blade. All right. Put that away. Now, if you want, kind of give it a nice smooth edge here. For our 5x7 everyday it says everyday frame or your everyday replaceable frame. Depends how they have it listed. Okay. All right, so there's our tag. Now, our frame is wet. So let's see what we're going to do about that. Let's dry it. That's an idea. Why didn't I think of that sooner? Let's try it and see what happens here. I see there's like some white marks there. I don't know if that was just maybe from me hesitating putting it in. Again, we're gonna practice. We'll keep practicing. But I think it's kind of a cool thing. I'm kind of thinking it's pretty cool. What do you guys think? Would you try marbling? For a first timer, I don't think it's all that bad. That teal is like perfect for our teal. And it said green. That is definitely not green. That is teal. Although maybe I guess in water it gets diluted so it looks like it's teal. And it's kind of like an ink, right? It does come up. Really weird. I didn't think it would, I would think like it would sit on the wood and that be that. Let's see. Get the big guy out here. So, you are getting wood wet. Nope, you wouldn't try it? Or nope, you've never tried it? could definitely do it again. I might not do wood. I might do like those ornaments. I think would be cool. Like plaster ornaments. I think that would be kind of neat to try. That gets hot. This little blob of green here is flaking off, so I'm going to kind of help it off. Yeah, I think the colors just got mixed too much and started looking pretty dingy. All right, so that's our frame. So then you have, so you could put your black in there. Pretty cool. Or you could put, let's see if this fits. It should be 5.5 by 7.5. Might be a little big. I may not have measured that really well. Could take a little bit more off. And so what I'm going to do is show you how actually easy it is to cut it with a pair of scissors. Hopefully we'll be able to cut a straight line. Kind of barely getting it off because I don't want to take too much off. But it does cut pretty easily. You could probably even file it down. Especially because I didn't cut it very straight. But that'll be hidden when it's put in the frame anyway. Let's try that now. Yep, fits like a glove, you guys. There you go. Look at that. You can make your own inserts using our, whatchamacallits, our tags, chalk spot items. All right. So there you have it. Where did I put it? Why cannot, where did I put it? Oh, here it is. Sheesh. Let's get this guy dry. It feels pretty dry, so let's just kind of give him a few minutes to dry here. I think that would be fun to do something on, or even if we did something in black chalk, Christmassy. Let's see, I can find if I have something Christmassy. That feels really still kind of wet. This was probably the very first, the best imprint we got. This was also very cool, and then I went and ruined it by blotting it with a paper towel. But that's okay. Let me grab a Christmas or a holiday transfer. It'll be super cute. All right, guys, help me choose. Help me choose. Do we do the Charlie Brown tree? We could do that guy, or we can do one of these. Let's see. That would fit. That would fit. That guy would fit. I think I want to do Charlie Brown. Let's do Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown. And I'm going to do Charlie Brown in ash because I really like ash. Okay. There we go. We are making a mess. Again, if you guys need any, help finding the Deco Art marbling paints and medium, let me know. I can guide you there. Okay, let's just do this. I think he's gonna look so cute. Do I want to wax? To wax or not to wax? Let's see. Oh yeah, he's sticky. Let's get the wax. You know me and my wax. You know I like to wax. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it in the middle. Get some big chunks there. If you ever feel like you're getting it in the middle there, you can just use the detail tool, get that out. You can also take like a high heat gun to it. That'll melt it a little bit. It's kind of like going over it, like I'm going over it. The friction will make it kind of warm it up a little bit and make it spread. All right, let's get Charlie Brown on there. Charlie Brown. Okay, do this here. Sure it's not crooked. Hold on. Want to make sure this is applied nice and firm. Make sure it gets in those little crevices. Actually, let me do this again here. Spin this. I remember this board. I'm going to start at the top because I have a frame that it's, or not a frame, but a stand it's going to go in. I had this board. I was experimenting when we first came out with, oh gosh, do you remember like was it the hanging boards? Where it had like the gold clip here and a gold clip there. And you could do the acrylic panels. And I thought, ooh, I wonder if it would hold this. And it it was pretty tight. It kind of gouged the wood, the clasp part of it. So I've kind of had this board. So since we're experimenting, why not, right? Why not? All right, let's get some. And I'm going to go with the lines, not against them. That helps reduce it collecting in those little valleys, the shiplap sections. Okay, we're just applying it. I'm going to go over it with some pressure, get off that excess. Try to stay on that transfer, don't go off. All of our Peanuts transfers are this kind of like an outline design. And so a lot of people are coloring them in. I'm not going to color this guy in. We're going to just leave him the way he is. Look how cute he is. Charlie Brown, you're so cute. Holding his cute little tree, that little sad, sad tree. Let's see, I did have, where did I put it? I have one thing I want to use somewhere. Where did I put it? Here it is. So I have this fun little base that thank you. This cute little base that I don't remember what's on here. I think we just blotted. This just little cute base that will hold our the 5. I have some for 5x7s and I have some for our 9x12 shiplap boards. And I'm just gonna we're gonna just kind of watercolor this guy. So it matches. Just using a paper towel. I kind of squirt it with water a little bit. It's time to get dirty. I'm gonna get dirty. Just using the paper towel to put it on. And going around the edges a little bit here. That'll be a nice little base. Let's get a wipe. And my wipes are really wet, so I'm going to kind of squeeze that out. And we're just going to kind of use the wipe to thin it out a little. Hello, Miss Neva. How are you today? It's Monday. Just trying to smooth this out a little bit here. I think in doing so, I've removed a little bit. So we're going to put some back on. Just kind of blot it. Ooh. Okay. Neva, hopefully you were watching earlier. We did water marbling today. First time I've ever done it. It was exciting and nerve-wracking and all of it. Kind of crazy. Let this dry. So that's why he looks that way. He's been water marbled. Now what we could do is, if we wanted to, we could color his shirt, his coat If you wanted to do it like a teal or a red, you could do that. Do his hat, just to kind of bring the background out. That might be interesting. I think I'll leave them as is. Maybe take some pictures, and then if I'm feeling kind of crazy, I might color things in, but I doubt it. You could also use like pencils, colored pencils. You'll be able to hit the replay once I'm done, which we're pretty much almost done. It's a learning experience. I had never done it before, so like you have to make sure your water is very hot. Like I think boiling would be best. And then you add like a medium into the water that makes it really thick and kind of gooey so that your paints sit on top. And then when you put the articles or whatever it is into the water, it just picks up the paint. All right, there's our cute little... Oh, this must have expanded because this fit yesterday. Isn't that interesting? Nope, that goes in there. Why isn't it going in there? Interesting. Why isn't it? There we go. Oh, how cute is he? There's our little Charlie Brown with his special tree. Isn't he cute? So cute. That stand, I love the stand. That was a good idea. And I believe that was maybe you and I were talking about that, Neva. So there is that. Thanks, Kathy. I do kind of like the idea of coloring, like bringing in that teal and the red. So I would probably use not cherry, I would use candy apple. And I would use our Couture teal, or even our new Lagoon. So let's see, this is candy apple. And I'm making a mess. We do the Lagoon. And candy apple. Like paint his coat one color, paint his hat a different color. And whenever I made his hat, I would make his shoes. That would be kind of cute. Thank you, Eva. So see, now my brain is going. I think we're gonna do it. What do you guys think? Should we do it? I think we should do it. Okay, do we give him a Lagoon coat or a red coat? I'm trying to think what coat he has in the actual... Let's see if we can Google it. Let's see. Charlie. So you made your base. Yes, I did. Charlie. If anyone needs a base for their 5x7 shiplap boards or 9x12 shiplap boards, go ahead and just comment shiplap base. All right, Charlie Brown coat. Let's see what comes up. Oh, see, it is a red coat. He does have a red coat. And then his hat is brown though. But I think I would do the Lagoon just because I want to keep to those. I just want to, you know what? I'm not doing what's typical. You know me, guys. I don't do anything traditional at all. Okay. Let's do this. Add some water into the lids. Get my little brush wet. grab it in our lagoon. We don't want it sopping wet. Just trying to get some of it off without picking up more water. All right, so we're gonna do, you know what? I'm gonna take this base off. That bad boy is in there nice and snug. Nice and snug. Okay, let's pick up more paint here. Oh gosh, did you just see that? Oh, yeah. All right, let's paint his shoes. And it's okay that I go over the ash that's already there. Keep in mind, if you do wax, it might not coat incredibly well, only because you got the wax there, and wax is like a resistant. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I think we're doing pretty good though. Okay, now we're going to do his hat. Coloring it in. And what we'll do then afterwards, we're going to let this dry, and then we will chalk the transfer over it again in the ash. You can tell where the wax is resisting it a little bit. My gosh, he's gonna look so cute. These are lip brushes, lip stain, lipstick. This is what they kind of like, well, I assume they use or should use when people are like trying on a lip color to see if they like it. So they're lip brushes. I saw someone on Facebook using them years ago, and I'm like, not even for chalk though. They were just coloring in something. I'm like, ooh, what are you using? And that's what they told me. Guys, if you need links to anything, just say, hey, where'd you get that? All right, there's that. I got them on Amazon, and so I can send you like the link that I used. That way you know exactly which ones I got, but I'm sure there's all kinds out there. All right, let's get our brush a little wet. Pick up some of the candy apple and work on his coat. Does kind of help, you know, guide the paint here. And it's okay to go over, you know, the chalked part, because you can see I'm going over the lines there, because we're going to re-chalk it. and put the lines back. So don't worry about that. Obviously, be careful if you can be. And really on the outlines, or if you're getting close to another color. Trying to stay in the lines. Okay. And try to make it nice and a nice level thin coat. Okay, this is what it looks like beforehand. I cannot wait. This is gonna be cute. Let's get this nice and dry. Water than that firm ear paste. Honestly, you can see some of that, the ash coming back up through as it's drying. We're just going to put another layer on top to make it nice and have it stand out. Have a very prominent outline. He's so fun. Charlie Brown. Put him aside just for a brief moment because we need to probably give this a quick little wash here so that we get a nice result. I like to wash in between. I'm just that way. I need to wash it in between so I can see when I put it down and nothing's in my screen. Doesn't take long, especially when it's these little guys. Does not take long to clean at all. And you know, when I'm done after this layer, then I'll worry about getting the staining off. But right now I just want to make sure my mesh is nice and clean and free from dried paste. Okay? Okay. Okay. All right, paper towel to the top. Get that moisture off. Wipe my mat down, turn it over, sticky side. Gently rub it to get the moisture off of this side. Okay, then you can hear it kind of start to stick. Yes, I think the legume will too. All right, so I don't know if you guys can see this, but you can see it's kind of where the lines were. I'm good with that being in there. Like I said, I'll get that out. And I'm gonna just kind of fuzz this on my pants once. Dull it up just a tiny bit here. Okay, let's line this guy up. See if we can get, geez, that I think is spot on. Spot on. I'm gently gonna rub it down. Gently, gently, gently. Oops, it's a little off. Let's go off the tree here. I don't know if this moved on me or what. Okay. So really all we need to do is the hat, his coat, and shoes, okay? I didn't wax, so I'm second guessing that decision right now. But we're gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna try to just do a light coat here. So I'm just kind of going over the hat, his coat. Might as well do the pants. Okay. Get the excess off. Put that back. Okay, you guys. I'm excited about this. Oh my goodness, how awesome is that? It pulled up a little bit of the red. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Outside of pulling up a little bit of the red, look how cute. Oh my gosh. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. What I might do is I'm gonna fish out that red. Where'd that go? We're gonna get that back out. See if we can touch it up a little bit here. Let's get some. This is where things get, thanks Kathy. This is where things get a little hairy because I don't leave things well enough alone. Thank you, Neva. This is where I should just leave things alone. We're gonna try not to go over that gray at all. Kind of hitting all those white spots there. Filling in his coat. Really close. Spin my board here. Are you guys all holding your breath so I don't mess up? Just one little spot there. Oh my gosh, that worked. Crazy. That worked. That worked. All right, guys, I got it all filled in. See, this is what I'm saying. I just keep going and going. Someone tell me to stop. Tell me to stop. Okay. Okay. Gone. Oh my goodness. He is so cute. It's gonna dry. So cute, Charlie Brown. This fun little tree. Now if you wanted to get crazy, you could do, the bark and bark, and if you wanted to, you could have chalked the actual tree nubs in green, but I wanted to keep to this 2-color palette. That's why we stopped where we stopped. All right, let's get this back in here. go. Wow, that is sturdy. That is a sturdy base, guys. Sturdy base. All right. Here's our Charlie Brown. Here's our 5x7 everyday replaceable frame. Remember, it came with a chalkboard board, okay, with these darn prongs that keep them in there. They hurt my fingers every time. And we cut a one of our 9x12 chalk spot tags to 5.5 by 7.5. That's what these dimensions are, and stuck that in there. And now you can have multiple replaceable boards. You can paint that black. You can keep it the way it is. You can stain it, paint it white. So many possibilities. So that is it. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I hope you enjoyed our experimentation tonight. And I know I sure did. And I think I'll be doing some more marbling. So stay